More wrinkles in the Vikings defensive coordinator search. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar. Yes, more wrinkles have been thrown in the search for defensive coordinator for the Vikings. Something we're all just waiting for. Could they just hire somebody, please? But before we get to that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos here every damn day, talking Minnesota Vikings. We're trying to get to 9,000 subs before the draft. So if you're watching, hit that sub button. We're going to be hot and heavy draft news, free agency, everything Minnesota Vikings, including the defensive coordinator. Cannot wait to do a video on our brand new, beautiful defense corner. But until then, we just got to play the waiting game. Here's what's going on. So Brian Flores, as we know, the Vikings are hot and heavy on. They've interviewed him. Clearly, there's a lot of interest there. Is now interviewing for the Denver Broncos to go work under Sean Payton, old butthole mouth. So that's the first wrinkle. Boom. Brian Flores might be a Denver Bronco. Next wrinkle, Sean Desai. Sean Desai, the guy the Vikings interviewed last year and did again this year, is also now interviewing for the Denver Broncos defensive coordinator job and has taken his name out of consideration for the Vikings job. He said, screw you guys. I've been there twice. You're not hiring me. I'm out of here. He said he's concentrating on the Denver Broncos job. So he is out. He is out of the picture. So those are the two wrinkles. Third wrinkle, we got to remember the current Broncos defensive coordinator, Eshiro Evero, the guy that the Vikings are trying to interview. So just a ton of weirdness here. So a couple things. You got to look at it from the Broncos standpoint. They're not going to bring in interviewees to interview for a guy that's currently on the team. They must be moving on from him. Evero must just be matter of time. You're gone, which means that he can interview for the Vikings. Win, win, win. Other things, Brian Flores, don't you think, I mean, I know he's waiting on some head coaching jobs. Don't you think the Vikings would have hired him by now if he's coming here? And now he's interviewing for the Broncos. I mean, it's not like, hey, if I don't get this head coaching job, yes, I'd love to be for the Vikings. He's going looking at other spots, which he should, but I think the Brian Flores ship may have sailed. I think it may have sailed. I think Sean Payton wants him. I think he's going to get him, and which opens the door for Eshiro Evero to come to the Minnesota Vikings, who I absolutely love. If you watch the videos we did on, go watch the other videos we did on him, kind of breaking down his style. Did a great job with the Denver Broncos defense this year. Ran that 3-4, a lot of pressure, much better. Cannot wait for him to come. And really, if it's down to him and Flores, it's a coin toss for me. It's a win-win situation, but that's what's going on now. So we will be, once the Broncos make their decision on what they're going to do, I think all the chips are going to be coming in real quick and all will be done. But if I had to guess right now, I think Mr. Old Evero is coming to Minnesota, and damn, would he look good in purple. Let me know down in the description, down in the comments. What do you want? Who do you want? What do you think is going to happen? Because as of now, we're all just guessing.